So let's talk a little bit more about the test that we're going to walk through. We're going to do a ping test here in a minute. So anything under 150 milliseconds is considered good. Don't worry if you don't understand what that is. You will in a second. And anything less than 20 milliseconds is excellent. And I've seen some, latencies down as low as 0.5, depending on the VPS that you choose. So let's. I want to flip over next to our VPS that we're using, $4 million pips, and we're going to walk through testing the connection to your broker. Okay, so what we have here is the VPS that we're using to run $1 million pips with MB Trading. The first thing you're going to want to do to test the connection speed between your broker is locate the MetaTrader folder that you are using. In my case, it's going to be MB Trading. Yours obviously will be something different, but we want to drill down and locate that folder. And again, in my case, it's MBT MetaTrader 4. And inside of this folder, there is a config folder. And we're going to want to open up either the MB Trading Live server.srv or the MB Trading Demo server.srv, either one of those. In this case, the IP I can tell you already is going to be the same, but it might be different with your broker. The best way that I've found to do this is to actually open up a copy of Notepad beforehand, and then simply go to File, Open, and in that config file, you're going to have to select all files because Windows doesn't recognize that these can be opened with Notepad, and then just select whichever one you want to open. So in my case, I'm going to select Trading Live Server. And all you have to do is scroll to the right here just a little bit, and you're going to see what's called an IP address. It's a series of 4 numbers separated by dots. In this case, it's 216.52.36.97. So what you're going to want to do is either cut and paste that or write it down, because in a moment we're going to actually ping that address, and that'll tell us the connection speed to the broker. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go to the Start button in your operating system and run the CMD command. So you just simply key in CMD. I know you can also search for CMD and find it that way. So either one of those two methods will get you this command, and you just simply press OK. And I'm going to close this one out because I already had one running prior. And inside of this window, inside the command exe window, you're going to want to type in ping 16.52.236.97 in my case. In your case, it's going to be the IP address that you located in your MetaTrader folder. So when we press enter on that, we're going to get some information back. And the key bit of information here that we want to look at is this time equals 4 milliseconds, 3 milliseconds, 4 milliseconds, and 4. And then at the very bottom here, it's going to give you an average. And the average was 3 milliseconds in this case, which is really good. Now, take into consideration I'm running this on the weekend, and I can tell you that during the week, when the Forex market is live, if we scroll back up here, you're going to see I ran this during the end of Friday's trading. You can see the times were a little bit higher, but still within that very good range of 150 milliseconds or lower. And so that's a key. If you run this test and you have a high number, like in the 200s or 300s, then you potentially need to look at changing something about your setup. You need to look at your VPS provider potentially and find out if they have a VPS that's located closer to your broker. And so there's a number of options for you there, or you could potentially look at another VPS provider. And you can always ask a VPS provider what their connection speed is to a broker. If you have that IP, you could always shoot them a support email and ask them to run that test for you to get a feel ahead of time before you would actually purchase the VPS, what that connection speed might be. So there's a very quick way to test your connection speed. You now understand the parameters that you're looking for, And that is really a key component to success with this EA. And I know there are a number of traders out there that I've seen posts and so forth where their connection isn't fast and they don't have success. And so again, another key consideration in getting set up correctly with $1 Million Pips. All right, I'd like to wrap up by talking about a couple of additional issues here. First, I want to talk about demo testing versus live account testing. And one of the things you need to be aware of when you're demo testing this EA is demo testing can produce a different result than live. And it's just because of the fact that the demo price feeds are not the same as live money trading. They're very similar, and demo testing does have a place, and I would recommend that as a first step you set up a demo account. Where it has a place is you want to make sure your settings are properly set up, and it's placing the right size trade. You've got your risk set at roughly that 2% to 2.5%, and everything's working that way properly before you engage real money. So there, and in that, under those guidelines, demo testing is good. What you've got to be careful of is the results that you get from demo testing. Sometimes don't translate to the live account. And so what I would recommend once you convert over to a live account is, again, trade very small. Trade the smallest size you can to begin with for the first 30 days and see if you're getting that positive result. And you can do that on a very small scale and then begin to increase your risk once you have a little bit of a pattern there and can understand that situation. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is how big can you really get? In our case, we were trading a $1,000 account with MB Trading, and that's going to operate differently than an account that's, say, $100,000. And so you need to be aware of that. I would encourage you to, again, use the same concept in scaling to the different levels. Some of the feedback we've gotten from customers is that they've traded a $20,000 account with success, but once they went higher than that, they began to not have success with it because of the size that they were at. In effect, a $100,000 account could be looking to trade, anywhere from 5 to 10 full-size contracts. And that's going to operate a little bit differently than a smaller account. So just, again, scale into that and test it out before you jump right to that big, full-size, multiple full-size contracts. And finally, I would like to encourage you to share your experience with us. There is no way that we can test every broker combination out there. And so any experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly that you might have, we would appreciate you giving us that feedback and letting us know your success or, in the case of no success. And you can send that information to contact@fxtradingreviews.com. So if this is your first exposure to $1 Million Pips, I would encourage you to go to our website and continue to watch the performance. This is live real-time performance. You can do that by clicking on the View tab here underneath Report. And if you want to go to the $1 Million Pips website, you can do that by clicking on this tab right here, or this link right here. And that'll take you directly to the $1 Million Pips website where you can purchase their product. Thank you for your time. I hope you found this beneficial. And we wanted to share with you some of the key tips in making $1 Million Pips successful. Thanks and good trading to you.